Tonight is Cooking with the Rube today, and I got another guest today. So I got my brother, my younger brother, and today we're going to cook Chinese food. And for you folks, you're probably wondering what two Spaniards from Lake Village, Arkansas are doing cooking Chinese food. Well, it was 6 of us boys and 4 sisters, and one of my sisters was fortunate to marry a Chinese guy from Hong Kong, and he was in Lake Village at the time. But anyway, they went off to Little Rock and had a well-established Chinese restaurant. And when Mondo graduated from high school, they recruited him to come to Little Rock and work at this restaurant. So I'll let Mondo tell you about what he's going to cook, how he got started there at the restaurant, and all that stuff. Okay, Mondo, go ahead.
When I graduated high school in 1977, they come and got me, and I went to Little Rock. I didn't even know nothing about the city, living in the country, you know. And I started at the restaurant washing dishes, busting tables. You start at the bottom. And I watched my brother-in-law cook and chop with these knives right here. You got to be a professional when you get to use one of these. It's not a toy. And we're going to cook pepper steak with the beef, already cut up, and I'm going to make chicken strips. It's like a goldfinger, but it's called, it is a goldfinger. We call them goldfingers at the restaurant. But it's like a chicken nugget, but it don't taste like a chicken nugget. There's no comparison. And then I'm going to make curry chicken. And here's the seasonings right here that we're going to use. We're going to use a little pepper in the pepper steak, in the curry, and a little MSG, and black bean in the pepper steak. And this is for the curry powder right here for the curry chicken. And every dish that we cooked had Chinese sugar. Every dish had sugar in it. That's what made it glazed and shiny. My mine might not come out shiny, but because it's a big quantity that I'm cooking. But that's how I started cooking Chinese food. I cooked for 5 years there.
And then because he cooks, of course, he cooks at all the family reunions and all. And what I want him to do, let's do the chicken first, Monica. That's chicken. But I wanted the folks to see how he uses that knife, and you use it like for the chicken strips, it's cut different, and this curry chicken is cut different. And you'll see what I'm saying when you're talking about that knife. And also, I want you to tell them that when you trim all that chicken. Look, I'm learning this today, and I've been around him a lot. But go ahead. You
got to cut all this trim off, and this is a gristle that held both of them breasts together, the one on the other side, and it's real tough when you put it in the dish. So I throw them away, and you trim all the fat that's around there. That always it doesn't get in the way of. I don't know. I think it makes it greasy, but this here's like it is here. I done trimmed it all. I'm gonna cut this up here for the chicken strip we call goat fingers. And this is how I did it right here. That's why I say this knife is short.
I already cut my hand twice.
And I put it over here.
And
now I'm gonna make one. Well, this here I put oil in it, and I have to stir it up. And I put garlic powder in the oil. That way, it gives it flavor when you deep fry it in the batter. And if you don't put curry in it, it ain't gonna taste right. Garlic powder. So now I'm gonna cook this here up for the pepper steak. I got one more breast here to do.
This is the one I wouldn't try. I could do the other one, but the one he did this, it's just.
You got to cut this here 3 times. You cut one layer first, and don't try this when you're drunk. Been drinking. That's one right here. And then you got another one. There's 2. There's 3 right there. And they're real thin. That way the pieces of chicken are not so big and thick. And you get more out of the chicken. And you set it over in this bowl. It's got oil in it, but it don't have no seasoning in it. And that way I mix it up with the oil before I cook it. Usually I do it overnight, let it sit in the refrigerator. That way I know what I got. And I'm doing the beef here next. Usually I use flank steak, but this is bottom round stir fry.
Just do about half of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do half. This low, I can get 3 pieces out of it, 3 joints out of it.
So
That's it.
y'all heard me say this. We like brands. We like whatever we cook. We cook the same kind. Well, Mondo asked me to find him flank steak. Flank steak, right, Mondo?
Yeah, flank steak.
Flank steak. Well, nobody in this part of the country carries flank steak. I called the meat companies. I went to Walmart, Harp, all around. And I'm going to say this live, but they said, look, flank steak's a cheap cut of meat. You got to go south to get flank steak. That's what they said. That's where I went. You go south. We don't cut flank steaks and all, but that's what they use. That's what Mondo uses, but we got the next best thing. So,
Right.
And Mondo called Kroger's. He called that, and his normal place where he gets the flank steak. They were out. So anyway, and Mondo, I forgot. Mondo's from Clinton, Arkansas. I say Clinton, but little Leslie. Leslie, Arkansas. And he drove up this morning and going to do this for us. Because it's something different, and that's what I like. Mondo's going to start. Are we going to do, Mondo, you going to cook the gold fingers or what?
Yes, I'm gonna pour the chicken strips inside the batter.
But tell them a little bit about this batter. What's in it?
The batter's got cornstarch, flour, baking powder, and baking soda.
I'm not going to tell you what all of it is because he says he'd be giving us a Chinese
Well,
secret
it's
to
just a cup of cornstarch and 3 cups of flour. And if you can figure out the cornstarch and the baking powder, you're all right. And what is the other one? Baking powder and baking soda. Yeah.
If I tried it, he gave me I've tried it, I can't get it right yet. I have tried it because I did frog legs in this. I called it tempura frog legs one time, and I used this batter, but it wasn't as good.
You make it like it's pancake batter. Usually they're supposed to pop right up when you drop it down in there, but all order's different, and it don't matter. But that's how they're supposed to look right there. But I'm gonna cook them all the way. Used to, we just pre-cook them, and then when the customer ordered them at the restaurant, we cook them again, and that's the way it went.
Yeah, because you want to serve them hot then.
Yeah. I like to try to make some egg rolls one time, like we made them back then. We used celery. And no restaurant here in Arkansas uses celery. They all use cabbage and carrots, and I don't know, it ain't got no flavor.
Y'all use celery instead of cabbage?
We use celery. And I'm gonna tell you, when I used to have to roll egg rolls, I got sick. I'm tired of it. I had to stack up egg rolls that high. And I rolled probably 5 trays of those egg rolls. Then I had to go pre-cook them. Roll them, go take them, pre-cook them, then put them in the refrigerator, the walk-in.
And then you recook them too?
Yeah,
then
when they order them. Huh. But every plate that went out at lunchtime from 11 to 2 had an egg roll. And I tell you, I used to get tired. And we'd run out sometimes, and fried rice. We'd run out of fried rice.
Huh.
And this is why we call them gold fingers.
Gold fingers?
You see how gold they look? Gold. And we call them gold fingers. I think these here are done. I got to get a tester over here out the audience over to try one.
We'll get somebody to try them in a minute.
Right. I'm fixing to make the shrimp fried rice. And I'm going to put some oil in that wok.
As y'all can see, I'm the sous chef today. And I'm over here just finishing up. I am the assistant today.
I've cooked, I don't know how many eggs I've opened like that in my life, because every fried rice got an egg.
I want you to show him how you seeing him one-handed. I can't do that. I try.
And no shell in there. You fry your egg first, and then you dip it back out of there, and then you put your rice in there, and put your color on your rice.
I can see right now Mondo's been he's sitting around there talking to himself. He's mumbling, trying to figure out what he's got to do next.
Well, I ain't never been on TV. There you go.
Is that gonna be enough rice?
Yeah, I put some of that other Rube in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You stir your rice around to get it warm, and you got to get all these knots out of here, like this here. That's what this spoon is for. You beat down with this one here, and you break all those knots up. You can't get them all, but you can try to.
How's that working? You need anything else?
Now I'm gonna put the coloring in it now. Now use LaChoy. That's the best in my book. Y'all might like Kicker Man.
I told him earlier, Mondo, us Garzas, we all about a name brand or something.
There you go.
Because that's what we're used to and we know our taste. So it's all about the brand to me.
Right.
And you're the same way as far as on the Chinese food. You had me searching all over town. Well, me and Tori the other day at 2 or 3 or 4 different stores trying to find all the ingredients you were going to need. You still had to wind up and bring some from home.
Right. That's all the coloring I'm gonna give it. You can make it darker. When you get it on your plate, you put more soy sauce in it. I'm gonna put this green peas in there. And the shrimp next. But you see how it's steaming? It's hot. That rice is hot.
One thing about me is when I do it or try to do it, I like to have peas and carrots and all that stuff in mine.
And the shrimp.
Mondo doesn't do that, so.
You see that color right there? That's why you put your soy sauce in it first. And you take your eggs out of it because you want that color, that shrimp, the green peas. But if you put your color in it now, your shrimp will be black, dark, you know. That way you can see what you're eating or some of it, you know. There your eggs at. That way you can see your eggs in here. I could have put more, but that's plenty, I think.
You need me to hold that pan?
No, I want to get some of these green onions.
Oh, that's right.
I see you done put a rubber band in there.
What you need?
You left the rubber band in there. That's all right.
Now look, you gotta be nice to the. Well, I am the sous chef today, so I guess I could.
Chef.
You can.
Look at that. Usually, when I put bean sprouts in it, but
beans.
sometimes they're not as seasoned. Y'all think it's done? We were fixing to make some pepper steak. Put a little salt in there. You first got to throw your black bean in there. That's what gives it the flavor. And I'm not talking about a hard black bean. I'm talking about it already comes ready soft. It comes from China somewhere, I don't know, but they call it black bean.
Mondo, what kind of black beans are those? I mean, when you're talking about black beans, what, they Chinese beans or what kind of beans?
They come from China, and they're soft, but you got to give it, soak them in oil. They come in a dry package, but they're moist, And you got to soak it with oil. Whenever you want to use it, just dip you some in, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna throw the beef in there. In there. Here comes the bell pepper.
Pepper, onions.
Onions. All right, I'm gonna add some chicken broth.
What's that chicken broth doing? Is it steaming that, or what you
Yes.
see, softening all the
Right.
vegetables?
I'm gonna get my cornstarch ready so I can make gravy. I forgot to put my cooking wine in there. Open that up, Rube. I can't even open that. Thank you. And mostly all the Chinese dishes at our restaurant have little cooking wine, sherry. And this we got to put some hoisin sauce in there. Give it that brown, dark color. I'm gonna put a little soy sauce in there. Won't hurt.
What you gonna make, little gravy now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some gravy. I'm gonna let it get hotter.
Is it on down there?
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you gotta watch it. I forgot to tell you about that wok. That wok right there, I bought that at a DU banquet, and it's a disc blade. That's made out of a disc. A couple of farmers make that, and they sell those, but it is made from a disc blade that the farmers use out on the farm.
Right.
And I use it as a wok.
This here's bottom round steak, but I usually like flank steak. It's the best. It's tender. It's good for fajitas. The flank steak is too. I'm gonna put this cornstarch in there and make the gravy. It looks pretty. Look at that.
It looks good. That sure does. It looks real good.
The meat was real thin, and I didn't want to. You don't want to overcook it and make it tough. But see that I put just the right enough cornstarch in there. But I'm gonna add a little more. Y'all might want a little gravy on your rice. I add a little more cornstarch. Chicken broth to it to make it have a little more gravy. I can shut that off now. We're gonna cook some curry chicken. Gonna put some salt in there.
I don't want you to forget to put the sugar. You know, all Chinese dishes
Got
have sugar in it, a little bit of
Should
sugar.
have been sweet. The pepper steak should have been sweet. I'm trying to let it get hot.
It'll get hot.
Well, it's a lot of chicken, but they'll eat it.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
these
I'm about
folks,
to
these people, when they get this, they gonna love this. And like I said about this wok, this is a disc blade. Farmers, we're all about farmers around here, so I got a disc blade wok, and normally we cook with it outside, and we try not to make a mess, and so we're trying to do
Cooking
the right.
wine.
What's that?
Usually when we put cooking wine at the restaurant, it catch on fire. You had to stand back. I'm gonna put some dried up peppers that you put on your pizza in there. It might come out a little hot.
Be all right. He's about the hot. A taster. Taster. Oh, he likes it hot. The hotter, the better. He likes it hot. So go ahead on with it. What else you got? So this is gonna be curry chicken.
Yeah, it's gonna be spicy. And curry can make it spicy just by putting curry in it, but I put some flakes in there
Pepper flakes.
It'll warm you up a little bit. Be good with a cold beer and steamed rice or fried rice.
Looks like the Chinese are kind of like old Rube. You know, we got onions and bell pepper. I told him that onions and bell pepper, that's my holy grail right there, that onions and bell pepper. You can't cook without them.
Right?
Now, I don't have all that big on these. Your bell peppers, they're a lot bigger. I chop mine up real fine.
Yours are too big, but that'll work.
Well, you told me to cut them that big. What about this right here?
That's the MSG. Throw all that in there. Throw it in there.
What is it?
MSG.
MSG.
Monosodium glutamate.
Yep.
It makes your meat tender. It's a tenderizer thing. I guess it is. But I gotta wait till that chicken gets done. We don't want salmonella or whatever you call it.
I want them bell peppers to be soft. That's what I want.
I like them crunchy. Well, I really don't even like bell pepper. If it was me, it'd just be onions. And a few bell pepper for the flavor. But you can tell that baby's on now. I ain't even put no chicken broth in there.
Yeah, you put some in there?
No. But we had to come from the chicken or the bell pepper. Or Rube might have spilled something in there. I don't know.
I slipped some more of that wine in there.
Yeah. I gotta get. Hey, get my noodles, Rube.
Oh, that's right. Got to get the noodles.
Got to get them noodles. Cornstarch.
Oh, you make it gravy now.
Yeah. You make your gravy first, and then you throw your noodles. But you got to put this yellow stuff in there. Pour all that in the middle. Right there in the middle. I might need a little more. I don't know.
I got that. You got it. I got to get it over there if we need some more.
I'll look at the color here in a minute.
That's the curry powder, ain't it? That we put in there.
That's the curry powder. I might need more cornstarch in a minute.
I can get some cornstarch
right,
or the
this right here.
curry.
Right here. I'm gonna pour all that in there. Pour my.
Boy, it's sticky. You
Put my
thickened
noodles-
up.
Put my noodles in there, Ruben. All of them.
Just sticking it on up there now,
That's
Mondo.
all right. Well, I got this.
You got.
I got this right here. Throw your green onions in there, Ruben. You're the green onion man.
I'm the sous chef.
I don't know. I never heard of the sous chef. What's the?
That's the assistant. The sous chef. He cleans up and gets everything ready. You chops everything up, and you just come in there and take all the glory. You take all the glory. You got to have the cleanup man and the chopper and all that. That's the sous chef. That's me.
You got to make sure they got gravy in there to put over the rice.
You know, you got to have some more.
Have me a little more. I didn't put that much cornstarch in there.
It thickened though. When you put it in there, it got thick.
Yeah, that's good. You done got the sugar in there and everything?
Yep, you had me put the sugar in there.
All right. That looks pretty good.
We got everything done, and all of it looks good, and I'm going to be the taste tester because I have a guest cook. I got my brother cooking, so I'm going to taste it. And what Mondo has done, he's come in here, and we got shrimp fried rice, golden fingers with chicken, and then we got pepper steak on some steamed rice, and then we got some chicken curry.
Chicken curry with lo mein.
With lo mein. That's chicken curry lo mein. It's got linguine noodles in it, and then this is our sweet and sour sauce to get with this chicken. So I'm going to start off with the golden fingers and dip it in the sauce.
That's what you turned out.
That's real good, except the problem with that is I took a bit too big of a piece of bite, but it's real good. It's good, Mondo. And then we're gonna go with And this is my favorite. I'm a shrimp rice man, so I'm gonna get that. Yep,
Will it
tastes
pass?
like it's supposed to be.
I hope so.
Correct. And now, pepper steak, and we're gonna, with steamed rice. The peppers, I'm like Mondo, you know, I don't eat a lot of pepper steaks. If I do, I want them good and cooked, and these are excellent. That's real good. And now, for the chicken curry, lo mein with noodles, linguine, and y'all all heard me say that I don't like noodles because the nuns used to whoop me about my noodles every day. And I don't eat noodles, and here I am having a taste of noodles. I'm gonna go ahead, do the best I can with them. Good. Real good. Curry good. Excellent.
Was it a little spicier?
Spicy. Got a good little spicy taste. Everything's good. They're gonna like this. It got some kick to it. So, yep, it's good. And I'd like to say that I want to thank y'all viewers for watching this. Hope you watched the show and hope you enjoy. Hope you learn. Maybe cook one of these dishes, because that's the whole thing about the show. We want people to watch it, and I hope you listen to our stories and try to tell the story every now and then, but it just gets in and out when we're cooking. But anyway, thank you, and we'll see you next time with Cooking with the Rube.
There you go.